CVM Stories is produced by Exacaster.
Telecoms has all information about the customers and do nothing. And Google has very small fraction of the information about the customer, and they earn shitloads of money on that. In order to make it work, you need a lot of tries. But in order to make a lot of tries, you need to think as a big player.
We had a luxury that we had enough time to do it and to go through the process.
So if you're a fast mover in a certain area, it creates a breakthrough, basically.
So it was clear, either we do nothing in this area for the next few years at least, or we try to do something ourselves.
Welcome to CVM Stories, the podcast on customer value management. Together we explore how companies can be more successful and the customers happier through the use of latest customer value management techniques. Learn key commercial and analytical insights from telecoms, retail, finance, and other industries that drive CVM forward.
Today's episode is going to be special. I have three guests with me. Daniel Karpovich, who is head of B2B at Telia Lithuania today. Mindaugas and Daniel, co-founder of Untapped, and Egidijus Pilypas, co-founder of Exacaster. All of us, we were in the same room 13 years ago, where Exacaster was pitching our innovative solution to a big company. We were a fledgling startup just of two people. So we will explore the topic of innovation, how a small company can pitch to a big company, and what are the key success factors. So let's dive in and look at the 13 years of customer value management.
Subscribe to the podcast or sign up for an email newsletter at exacaster.com/CVM Stories.
So, hello guys. It's amazing to be back after, 13, 14 years together. And of course, who are these people? So let me introduce you first. So let's start with Daniel Karpovich, current head of B2B at Telia Lithuania, but before that, a very, very important person for me, because he was our first customer. So we would like to hear more about that, but before we go there, let's continue onward. So Mindaugas and Daniel, he was sitting in the same room with Daniel when we were first pitching our product. And today he's an entrepreneur, co-founder of Untapped. And if we go back 10 years ago, head of product at Telecom Lithuania. So one more very, very important person in our history. Moving on, Egidijus, co-founder of Exacaster. Then many years ago, we were brainstorming what are the key challenges that we would like to solve in the telecom industry, and Egidijus came up with a couple of innovative ideas, and we'll touch on that today. So before we go into all of this, let's maybe go back and Daniel, tell me a little bit about your history and how did you end up in telecommunications?
That was a very, it was not about the ending up. I started in telecom industry after my studies, which were not related to telecom industry. I have a master degree of psychology.
Okay.
Just after 5 years of psychology, I understood that I want to try something even more interesting. And I started from the value-added services at Telco, sitting close to Mindaugas and getting all the knowledge from him. And that was also an interesting story. On my first day, that guy gave me a 300 pages agreement with a big value-added services provider. Said, look, read through. Probably you will have some feedback to me. And I started reading. I thought I know English, and probably I managed to read through the paper, but I didn't understood anything out of that. So that was my start at telecom industry. That was 2006. And after that, I was also working for telecom operations in Estonia and Kazakhstan. And then came back to Lithuania and I switched to Telia and B2B, because most of my career before that was about the B2C segment.
Thank you. Fantastic. So yeah, lots of experience there. So I understand you were already there when Daniel came.
Yeah.
So tell us your story.
Yeah. So I actually started as the IT guy, like running beneath the tables on my force and switching the cables. And then, like back in 2005, I switched to the product team. And then, well, when Daniel joined the team, that was like a hell of a prank.
This contract
With those 300 pages. I think it was not the contract; it was like specifications. So it was like technical stuff.
Yeah.
And we got along, and we continued on that vibe with the other members of the team. Somewhat more successful, some least successful, but.
So why did you go from IT to the product? Was it like something specific about the consumer market, about the selling, the marketing that attracted you?
No, not that complex thing, you know. I'm a physicist.
Yeah.
So I studied telecommunication physics, and IT background was rock solid, but somehow there was open position in the radio planning, and I did my master's degree in the radio planning of the 3G networks at that time. But somehow management came in and said during this sort of switching process that, well, we would like to see you in the product department. I was like, yeah, if the management sees me somewhere else, then probably I should believe in that, because I was 24 years old,
yeah,
or 25 years old. So it was a sort of decision which I took, and it was pretty successful. So I continued in the product department for the next, what was it, 12, 13 years. Yeah.
Amazing.
And probably it's very convenient now to switch to commercial role, to be a commercial guy, but still having all the admin accounts and access to the systems.
And understanding of the details helps a lot, for sure.
Yeah, it was actually one of the key things, I believe, that then when you go to the development company or partner company, and you ask to build something, and they say 100,000 euro for that, well, then you can challenge them. This is very, very good advantage, I believe.
Yeah, so I think this has been a very from my experience, strong feature of collaboration, that you're able to do innovation and at the same time have this very robust technical understanding of how things are working. So I think this is a very nice, let's say, additional trait coming to the table. Egidijus, so co-founder of Exacaster, so we've talked about your story before, but maybe as we are kind of touching on the topic of innovation today a lot, could you share your opinion of what have been the major changes in the technical domain and also going back to customer value management area on the data and analytics side? What has been changing over the last decade?
So this is kind of, from innovation perspective, it's a really fun part to be in, because 14 years ago when we pitched our churn prediction models for you guys, it was such a novelty that nobody actually understood what is machine learning. Now everybody knows AI, etc. But when we started at this kind of area, we ended up going through many technology cycles and trends. So, for example, when we started working with you guys those 14 years ago, the big data word appeared in the market. It was, oh my God, it's Hadoop, it will change everything. You will push all your data to Hadoop and your business will thrive. And then this kind of wave went with the second iteration, which was Hadoop was iterated, and then the Spark came up, when all big data became not only big but also fast. And then a couple of years later, we said,
no, but it's like big data, not everything, push everything to cloud and scale everything there. It's more kind of faster, bigger, lots of scalability, and everybody are moving there. And our technology stack and all the innovation goes there. Now we are on the AI wave, when everything will be solved with AI. And through those waves, large companies need to deal with innovation. So, for example, small guys like us come to a small cubicle and say, hey, we have such an awesome, promising technology, and nobody knows how to use it, but let's bring in to the company. And this is kind of probably the next topic for us to go.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting if you reflect back and think that roughly each of these waves is maybe lasting 3 to 5 years. Even though we're planning long term and you're buying everything and investing for long term, in reality it's just a few years and then it will be superseded by something else. So maybe we can just go back a little bit in time, these 13 years ago, and try to remember, if we can, what was actually the situation in the business and what value did you see in the innovation of big data then? Does anything come to mind, Daniel, for you?
In those days, I was working as a CVM manager. It's customer base management, which actually it's about let's say all this loyalty and upsell, cross-sell. I mean, all those things which the keyword already back those days. But the problem was that, I mean, even if you understand you want to do more, and there is a possibility to do more because you also know you have data somewhere in the data warehouses. For us, it was a big struggle. I mean, how to manage the data in the proper way and basically, I mean, take the insights out of it and then process and get the feedback. So, I mean, we already understood that we want to do more. I mean, it was just impossible inside with our local resources, I mean, to do it from the scratch. And I mean, you don't know, I mean, how basically where to start. And you maybe not always have a knowledge. And I mean, we were a part of the group also. I mean, so also on the group level, there was an understanding, I mean, the direction the telco need to go. But from the group perspective, it's very difficult to be a startup. I mean, and to start from the scratch and all these procurement processes of, I mean, buying working solution and connecting to your legacy systems. And I mean, all the complexity of the data warehousing and not mature. I mean, I think that was basically the start and the main reason. I mean, we strived for a solution.
Yeah. So when you think those days, Exacaster is just like a super small startup, and you're representing this big telco group and then one country, and you're looking to buy a solution. What are the challenges that you had to overcome?
I mean, in my personal perspective, we were already after the unsuccessful try of buying a solution, maybe not, let's say, the mining model, or I mean, but more about the data warehouse. But I mean, that was a negative experience because we didn't manage to do it in the proper way. So
you did like another big project and it basically collapsed. Okay.
And but the good side was that, I mean, in our, I mean, joint case, I mean, we never looked from the group perspective. We understood that we in Lithuania, I mean, we want to solve the problem and we want to move forward. We see a possibility to grow our business. We just need, I mean, experience and help. And I mean, when you guys came, I mean, it was obvious that, I mean, guys are already few steps ahead of us. And they understand, as you were also coming from the telco industry, you understand the problems we are trying to solve and issues we do have. Yeah. And already you had a plan how we can solve it. Yeah. So that was, clear that, if you believe that this is the right way, there is someone who can prove that, they have a plan how to do it.
So I think it's very interesting what you're mentioning, because there's two aspects. One is the trust and experience. You're kind of looking for that, right? But the other part is there needs to be also a plan. Like there needs to be some kind of innovation core there as well in when a company is coming and pitching to a big corporate, right? So is that a correct way to kind of characterize what I'm saying? I don't know, maybe what's your opinion?
Well, I will take slightly different angle as I'm doing the startup sales right now, and like doing lots of hands-on stuff. So you guys like clearly knew what is your ideal customer profile. You hit the right persona accidentally, I believe.
Yes.
And from that, you were able to define the sales process pretty well. I think, like for the company, mentally, we were ready, and our fellow boss Mindaugas at that time, and our good friend right now, he was telling us all the time that Telecoms has all information about the customers and do nothing. And Google has very small fraction of the information about the customer, and they earn shitloads of money on that. So we need to do something and monetize somehow. And that was the way, actually. So we started from the churn prediction, and then afterwards it went up for the upsales and so forth and so on. So this is what moved us forward, actually. And regarding the sales perspective, I think guys, you were freaking opportunistic, and we were freaking
crazy. As all
crazy.
Startups are, right?
Yeah, exactly. and we were freaking crazy.
Yeah.
And it was a match. So you kind of need to find the right person in the right country, and that's very complex thing to do. We built a successful case. From that, you were able to scale it up, and that's a wonderful thing. But looking from the innovation perspective, at that time, our company was striving for the innovation a lot. So that was in the company culture, and that was one of the success factors as well.
I don't know if you are aware, but Tele2 was probably one of the first production deployments of Hadoop worldwide.
Yeah.
I mean, it was open source technology at the time. Big data did not exist. Cloudera did not exist. We took the software, open source software, and deployed it in production because we believed in documentation. We read it. It should be able to handle. We did a small POC internally. It works. Let's go. And it worked better. But I think it's rightly said that what you're saying is that there was a fair amount of this opportunistic, let's say, exploration on both sides, but also super useful to kind of hear that you had the management support, which is a good match, and the company culture for tolerating this innovation was also a good match. Because I think innovation comes with a lot of risks and failures very often, right? So maybe,
but that's all about the innovation. It's you trust the freaking paper, or the whiteboard or something.
Yeah, it has to run.
Yeah, and if you iterate enough, maybe you need to pivot quite a few times. But then that's how you find the secret recipe.
Yeah. I think this kind of recovering from failure or being ready for failure is super, super important. But maybe, Egidijus, you can share some of the failures that we had, just whatever comes to mind.
Yeah, from when we started, it was 2010, at that point of time, we had the best machine learning algorithms by far. It was random forest, number one algorithm. We did I remember we did this first iteration in 3 months with you, when we took the data, delivered the churn prediction scores. and that's it.
So what was the failure in
What
there?
was the failure? I remember some failures.
The project ended there
yeah.
because it wasn't possible to send a personalized message.
There were a lot of other gaps.
And the data was not there. The data was late. The data was not in a very good shape. And it's like, we got the prediction once a month. It's difficult to send it. The data is already kind of too late, and no business impact in the first iteration.
Yeah, so basically the technology kind of piece worked, but everything around it
exactly.
wasn't there. I think that's one element, because often the innovation is kind of a small spark, but everything around it is missing. Another very big aspect, which I remember, was the pricing, where we basically priced the project in such a way that when we finished, we had no further revenue. So like, okay, the project ends, and we actually had to go back and renegotiate some kind of recurring revenue model. We said, maybe we will provide you some extra services, maybe we can do something else to support the solution. And I think that's a very typical startup mistake, right? That the economical business model
but that
is
side,
not clear.
Sarunas, it has also two angles, because I mean, now you say it from your perspective, which is, legit.
Yeah.
Yes.
But from our side, it was also, it took us time as a company to understand that this investment, it's not one time. That from now on, it will be a constant investment, and the budget should increase.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we did a try. We saw that yes, now we get a score. Maybe we want to do something more with that. Maybe we want prediction not once a month, once a week, whatever. Then we want to go to the upsell, cross-sell models, get insights back, and But there was no firm understanding in the management or within the budgeting exercise that from now on, this is the new line in the P&L, exactly, and this is a cost which will be there. And the business case was built like a one-time business case. So even though logically you understand that maybe it will not finish here, but nobody thought a lot about the investment into the hardware if needed. Then support things and all that stuff. So, basically it was a creation of that logic from the both sides. Your problem was that, you have a run rate, you need to survive. But in our side, it also took a time to understand, okay, now it's a new chapter. Yeah. And that will require investments.
Yeah, I think it's a great flexibility and, Mindaugas.
Yeah, so I think it's like, it complemented as well, because you kind of reserve the budget for trial, and yet again it's like completely startup phase, So you enter, you do the pitch, you have fixed budget, then the customer commits to that, and then if you see that it works, the POC is okay, then you proceed further.
Yeah.
So
I think at the time we did not even understand that it's a POC.
Yeah.
But everyone was kind of entrepreneurial enough to basically kind of continue the situation. Maybe you can tell us from your current entrepreneur life how difficult it is to get pricing right when you're selling to clients. Have you had to change pricing already?
Absolutely. Absolutely, and it's rule of thumb. It's easier to decrease pricing rather than increase, but sometimes you need to do that in order to survive. Yeah. It's a very important thing, but you need to understand the barrier. So you need to overstep your customer's kind of mental state to buy, basically. Because the issue with the new technologies, it doesn't matter if it's like sophisticated or not. The more sophisticated it is, the more expensive run rate is, and it's more sophisticated to sell it. And I think in your case, it's an extremely sophisticated thing, because you need to find a buying persona which matches your technical knowledge, at least to some state. And this is a really troublesome thing in that matter. I was trying to boost up the AI sales a couple of years ago, And the problem is then when you talk to the customer, they don't freaking understand what you mean. They don't understand even the language you talk. So like I ditched that idea, and I totally respect the startups which succeed at that. And I totally respect you guys, because like the sales cycle is long. There are not much ability to scale. So you're going through the retail and telecom. So it's like you can count on the probably on your hands or something like that, the number of customers.
You can name every single customer for many thousands of kilometers around.
Exactly. Yeah. So this is a very kind of hard thing to overcome. Currently, I'm working with a medical institution, so for me it's a bit easier to do the scale, because there are like lots of them. But on the other hand, I'm selling not as complex product, which is good. It's very easy to understand. You can explain it for the employee in the reception, you know. So this is very good. But on the other hand, the readiness to implement those kind of things and legacy infrastructure is quite a big challenge. And yet another thing is the fragmentation, which also you have as well. Because like every new deployment is every kind of different system you integrate with, and that's a freaking nightmare.
Yeah. It's super challenging. When you think about the seller side, there's like one kind of set of problems. When you think from the buyer side, can you describe a little bit the risks that you were consciously managing when you were starting a collaboration with startup? Was there any specific thing you had in mind, or was it more of a coming out of this previous project that was not successful? The risk tolerance was already, I don't know how to frame it, maybe higher, you could say.
I don't know, it's very difficult to judge now, I mean, because if we would need to start a cooperation today, I mean, for example, I know me within position I'm today, and I mean Exacaster, probably it would be more discussion about, you know, the KPIs we want to achieve and the CAPEX OPEX model, which is more suitable for us within our, I don't know, I mean the investment strategy and I mean your possibilities. On those days for me it was clear that we want to do something local, because as a group it was clear that I mean in the nearest future we will not manage to do it. So it was clear either we do nothing in this area for the next few years at least, or I mean we try to do something ourselves.
So we were basically managing the opportunity cost, sort of. Doing it is much better than anything. Any failure is no problem. It can be tolerated.
Second thing, which already Mindaugas mentioned a bit, I mean, and this philosophy probably came from the guy also mentioned already, another Mindaugas. So, I mean, there was a comparison with the CRM system that, I mean, you cannot buy a serious system, you can buy a tool, I mean, but you need to build it from the scratch. I mean, all the customer base, customer data around it, I mean, the processes, how it works, I mean, it should suit you and all that stuff. So it was also clear that, I mean, we should start and, I mean, we should understand the way, I mean, it will suit and fit us. And that was also, I mean, a good match, because, I mean, you came with a proposal, with a logic, and I mean with basically what we need to start with. It was not a 10-year strategy, basically, look guy, you are here, you will be there. I mean, you said that, I mean, let's take this scope, and we started with that. And as you said, that was, I mean, on the positive side, I mean, we knew what we want to do and where we want to start, so let's, I mean, test around it. I mean, on the negative, I mean, when we finished this first, I mean, POC, whatever you will call it, I mean, that was, I mean, okay. I mean,
all the gaps became obvious.
Yeah. I mean, okay, how we need to shape it now for the future, so it is a continuous thing, not, I mean, one time.
Yeah. So I will just add a bit. So when we focused on the machine learning in the project, the two gaps that became obvious, one was the data supply, which was very problematic. And the second was the going to the market, the communication piece, which was also very problematic because both of these pieces were missing essentially or were very hard to integrate against. And the next evolution of the project was basically to implement one piece and then go implement the second piece and then many other pieces afterwards. So kind of just if we try to distill the kind of tips from a situation like this, which is very similar even today with any new situation, any new product, is that most likely the POC will just show you a lot of gaps and that the real value will come from going and plugging all of those gaps, and that the pricing model will probably not be recognizable from the POC at all, and that the costs will need to be, the investment program needs to be formed over many years into the future, continuing to this day, basically. So it's kind of, if we think about what's the reality of startup selling to a corporate, something of this, these kind of findings would be the, I don't know, short summary, right, of what we went through. Maybe you have anything else to add?
I think there was like failure issue as well, an ability to well,
recover?
not the ability, but the balls to kind of try one more time.
Yeah.
So with that failure, we had sort of technical readiness, right?
Yeah.
So we already had something and we knew how to like take the data, put somewhere else, and like we knew that there is a quality issue, data quality issue, and so forth and so on. But at the end of the day, it sort of prepared us with the technical knowledge and sort of trust that it should work. And well, Daniel had the balls to do it.
Yeah. So a lot of things have to go right for a bigger innovation to kind of break through the challenging glass.
So, yeah. But like it's very, I would say, human to kind of to learn the lesson, like learn the failure, learn the lesson from that, and make next time better than this. And this is what basically has happened.
Yeah.
And like looking from that point, I would say it's a very good approach to the innovation for the people working in the large corporations. So if they feel that it should work, and if they failed already once, if you identify the issues correctly, like you might succeed on the next round.
Yeah.
And you probably will succeed, well, unless you are kind of stupid and doing the same mistakes again.
Yeah, kind of failure as a learning process.
Yeah.
So having failed once is a recipe, is a key to success, essentially.
Yeah.
Maybe you can share a bit of tips for other people in your role. So you were doing a lot of things in product management as well, launching many new products. Some of them succeed, some of them fail. What's your philosophy, how you would approach this if you are a big telco today? How would you run it?
Yeah, it's. I'm telling to my team right now, actually, and I don't realize that. Didn't realize up until like recent years that it has happened actually at that time. In order to make it work, you need a lot of tries. But in order to make a lot of tries, you need to think as a big player. Mm-hmm. Because if you think of you as a small player, you will try once and never try again.
So what's the key difference between a big player and small player?
So you need to understand the fact that certain things will fail. And like that's up for the management, that for the first failure or the second failure, you don't need to punish the people, basically. Yeah. There should be a reasonable business case for everything. You should measure the outcome or business case fulfillment, and have guts to proceed each and every time. So for us, I think we had a couple of successes in the very beginning, so we got the trust from the management quite a lot. Like with the spark in your eyes, you can do everything. So up until you do, and you try a lot, the success will come. The problem starts when the budgets are off. You cannot proceed with the good ideas and stuff like that. Actually, the budgets even are not that big issue in the corporations, because you can kind of agree on the trials, on the OPEX level, especially easy with the SaaS providers and stuff like that. So don't be just too greedy and identify what is success, because like 200% ROI in the first 2 months is not a success. It's like it's a magic.
Yeah.
It never happens like that. And like quite many like management people in the telecoms, on the finance sector, they identify success as that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So kind of not being afraid to try and fail, having come with trust first would be a tip.
Absolutely. This is like fail fast, that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
On one hand, yes, and I fully agree with what you said. I would say, thinking what I can add more into this discussion, I think the good thing or the great thing was that we had a luxury, of the timing. Of course, we wanted to do it as soon as possible and to be fully successful. 120% from the first try, but we had a luxury that we had enough time to do it and to go through the process. I think we were lucky, of course, because we had the trust of manager. We were a bit less lucky that we managed to show that there is a progress, and probably the direction is right. We just now need to go into the details and to do it better and greater in the future. But considering, either then or now, if we would need to start this cooperation, I would say you need to understand that, the timing is crucial. You need to have a time for this, let's say, to create it, to polish it.
How much time you're thinking today? Like,
I don't know. I'm still working in the telco industry. I still see the same legacy systems around and all the issues we had 10 years ago. Okay, now probably everyone is a bit better shape because of the better tools, faster scripts, and the better the IT equipment. But anyway, the industry haven't changed that much, and the product portfolio, how wide it is, complex, all these convergence issues, trying to sell 10 products to the same customer, how to segment. So, all those things are still around. So I would say I would start from the 2 years probably.
Okay, that's more than I expected, actually. Yeah, but very realistic.
Yeah, I would have asked at least for a year,
Yeah.
Because as you said, for the POC, probably you can do it faster if you have data in place.
Yeah.
If you can just take data and basically give you a qualitative input. So then you can see some kind of POC, but that will only show you the scope.
Yeah.
And what you need to do in the future. And that will take time. And knowing all the legacy on the telco side, that's why I'm saying, 2 years, it's a quite good perspective.
Yeah. I think what we're discussing here is this very special case where there is a big organization like Telco, and there is like a pretty much true innovation available in the technology side. And nobody has commercialized it properly yet. And maybe similar to a degree with the AI situation today, there's things happening, there's lots of big organizations looking to take and run with it. But what we're kind of looking back at this case study, what we can say is that the first company who is taking and running with this, they need to have a lot of right conditions in place. Patience, the POC trials, probably a couple of years to mature everything, and then show to the world and launch it. For everyone else who is coming later, it will be much easier, right? You have lots of things proven, the product is mature, the model is there, and so on. But the very first guys, the innovators who are pushing it ahead, they will have a much harder time. Of course, they'll be ahead by many years. So there's this another angle of it.
That's actually yet another success of ours, I believe. That we understood very early that if you succeed somewhere, you are getting like financial, of course, psychological as well, probably, but advantage against your competitors as well.
For many years.
Yeah. So for them to catch up, it will take another year or two or maybe three. So if you're a fast mover in a certain area, it creates a breakthrough basically.
I think in your case, you ended up with an advantage of maybe 5 to 8 years ahead of where the rest of the market started to apply something similar. So that's a pretty significant advantage, actually, if you think about it.
And you know that the competitive advantage is a very good thing, but the most important thing is that the revenue which you are getting from that advantage
all this time.
Exactly. You are able to reinvest.
Yes.
And make those like other projects, other products, which will add another 2-3 years of competitive advantage.
Kind of starting to build a stronger wall around your business against the competition.
The only thing which I believe doesn't create competitive like that angle is the price increase. This is like the point where you end up and you just like matching something. But if you innovate and start getting revenue from that, this is like the
it's
true
serious.
advantage.
Yeah. So I know maybe just to wrap up the kind of difficulty of innovation piece, Egidijus, maybe you can share your reflection on innovation within Exacaster. We have done lots, and many things failed. Some succeeded. What are the key takeaways?
From our side, so we also did many innovation cycles, like I mentioned, like 14 years ago, churn prediction, then kind of all kind of changing the technology stack, etc. So, for example, with the next best offer approach, I don't know, we are working 11 years probably right now, and we rebuild and re-innovated the product, I would say 3 times probably until this point. From scratch, yes. Like you kind of build the product, then you throw it away, you build it once again, throw it away, and now we build the product which actually scaled through all of the clients, and we say, okay, this is how a success looks like, probably, you know.
I think it's a very important piece, what you're saying. You need to be able to recognize success from something. Usually the something, like all of the projects are either complete failures or somehow surviving there, but it's not a success.
For us, from the business B2B perspective, it took like, I don't know, those 10 years to figure out what a success means.
It's super challenging.
So it's really kind of long innovation cycles if you kind of taking this into account.
And we will sit like in next 10 years and then you will say, well, that was not a success. Then
5 years later, you say, I saw a success. Absolutely.
But for example, Daniel, you're also pushing a lot of products to the market.
Into the market,
and your market is probably bigger compared to all of us, because it's like you're counting your customers in tens of thousands or maybe hundreds of thousands B2B clients. When do you judge your success? When you say like, this is the success?
When you check your P&L results and NPS, so basically one is about revenues, another one is about customer satisfaction. So probably those are 2 main, as always, you know, I mean, we're not a charity organization, so revenue and EBITDA, I mean, the margin you can get out of the business, those are main. And of course, I mean, in maybe 20 years ago, customer satisfaction was not that interesting. I mean, you want to see money only, but I mean, it's about the customer and his expectation.
Today, when you are introducing products to the market, are there many new products that you're bringing?
I would say that, I mean, if to be totally honest with you, I don't think that the telco now is the most innovative industry. I mean, probably not like it was 10, 20 years ago. I mean, many things were happening. But yes, still, I mean, we introduce, I mean, the telco new reshaped, refreshed products into the market. I mean, as we are now ICT provider and probably, I mean, the biggest in the region. So yes, those combined services with the IT technologies, the datacom, I mean, that gives some new things and more interesting, and then the wider perspective, because I mean, then the customer portfolio is totally different. And the services you deliver to the customer is not only about the connectivity, it's about the full infrastructure service. So customer can focus on the, let's say, on their own business and development. And I mean, you just make sure that everything works. I mean, connectivity, the IT systems, support of those. So this is a nice flavor, and but that is also more complex, because then you need to make sure everything works together, and then you take more of end-to-end responsibility.
So when you think about the customer value management today of the B2B segment, what are the key challenges that you see?
How to manage that? Because I mean, I would say the way I see B2B world, those are two sides of the coin. One is mass market, which you can, I mean, maybe not straightforward directly, but you can compare it with the B2C segment, because those are SOHO small customers, and their basic needs are very similar to the way B2C customer is moving, even though that side also changes. But when you talk about the enterprises, I mean, the shift or the way you need to understand that, I mean, it's not the way you sell the product. I mean, it's the project-based approach. Each time it's a customer with its own need, with its own pace, and you should understand their business in order, I mean, you can solve their problem and you can actually deliver on what they expect. And this is the way the B2B or the customer, the company makes decision who will be the partner. So I would say partnership is a new important thing in that world. And in that sense, comparing with the B2C, you should be a partner. You should understand customer business. And then key account management, it's nothing related to sales itself, because what we used to say that key account manager, I mean, the sales guy. Yes, I mean, as a result, I mean, we sell something to the customer, but key account manager, it's about the understanding the customer business, the things which hurts, and I mean, how you can help to solve it. At the same time, I mean, be beneficial to your own organization. So you need to mediate, you need to balance between your profit, I mean, and the invoice you want to send to the customers, but at the same time, so it would be the valuable output on the other side. So this is probably the philosophy and the biggest change and the struggle itself.
Yeah. Would you say to some degree that key account manager is basically the same like a segment owner in a consumer market, but just you're working with a single large buyer, but you're kind of balancing the products, adjusting the pricing and all of that? Or is this different in your opinion?
I would say yes. I mean, you might say that it's like a segment owner. It's just that I cannot say, you know, what is the better segmentation. I mean, to give a single segment customers to one key account manager, or I mean to vary a bit between the industries, but the logic is the same. Yes, you own kind of, I mean, the customer base, and then I mean it's about the value you can create out of that together with the customer. So, and then it's a different level of trust. It's a different level of partnership. And which is even more important, I mean, the way you see the customer cycle, because then it's never, short cycle. It's never from prolongation to prolongation. Basically, you create the pipeline, which, I mean, you can see, I mean, like, at least 5 years in looking into the future. If we talk about the IT, I mean, both you and customer, you don't want to do any bigger decision, which will be less than 2 life cycles, which in case of IT equipment will be how much, like 5 years. So it multiply by 2, it's at least 10 years perspective. So this is totally different way you do business. And for telco, I would say the big issues, how to change the mindset and how
in
to
the
see
organization?
in the organization also, and to see that this segment or the face-to-face approach, the key account management approach, is a totally different than the mass market where you want, goods to move fast.
Yeah.
I want to contribute that. Actually, I'm on the customer side right now.
Yeah.
So, B2B telecoms are playing very crucial role in the SaaS business.
For you today, yeah?
Like it doesn't matter what kind of business it is actually, and I guess you have plenty of customers like that, like all those unicorns and stuff like that, which needs lots of like things which are related to the connectivity, to the hardware, to the hosting. So and usually the big SaaS players, they do not care that much about the cost. So for them, better solution is way more important. So that's where the key account manager kicks in. That's how it's important. I believe that like telecommunications, like sort of thing, is very important for your business as well. So that's how it's like matches, and it's very, so to say, I would challenge that segment management thing, because like every business is sort of different. They have their own needs, especially the bigger ones. So they want usually certain perks on their solutions. But probably in the future, somewhat can be standardized. And
yeah.
And SaaS is actually sticking a lot with the telecoms.
Yeah. Maybe Egidijus, you can, yeah.
I wanted to spin this question vice versa, you know? So, because B2B customers, they have a lot of unique needs, and the product portfolio is pretty large. And when you have a key account manager, he can talk with the client and do all this magic, like balancing the value for the client and for the business, yeah. But what can we take from this and put it back to B2C? Because, for example, if we take a look into convergence portfolio, again, we have many products that need to be combined. Every family is different, you know. And here, let's say, if you would have a scalable key account manager for every family, you know, how much value could you bring it there? So what could those guys
But
learn?
that comes with a cost. And in face-to-face, and I mean, in this big business, let's say it, I mean, you can afford that because you understand, I mean, the output and the value out of that. Of course, as I said, you still need to convince your company that I mean, that effort and that cost makes sense, because of course everybody, I mean, wants to decrease their costs and increase their revenues, and the telco still work within, let's say, the cycle is 1 year, and I mean the one budget.
Pretty short
maybe
term,
with
yeah.
the rolling, let's say, 3 years outlook, which is nice, but I mean still everyone plans 1 year. And the bonuses are for the yearly delivery, and I mean, so basically, I mean, being very honest, I mean, this, let's say, the possibility to see the future, it's quite near and close. And here, I mean, when we talk about the customer value, I mean, this project-based approach, I mean, the key account management, it's everything beyond that. It's at least 5 years perspective, as I said. With the IT, it's at least 10 years perspective. You don't know the future, but at least you would like to understand that, I mean, this is the way I would like to do it, I mean, for the next 2 life cycles, because, I mean, the effort of change, it's so big, and I mean, the cost is so big that, I mean, you want to be sure what you do. So trust is important. So adopting into the other side, it is a big headache, and of course you would like to do it this way. So I see that's when you need some tools and some solutions which can help to adopt the principles of key account management and the way you segment and you see the household. Because in this case of this converged portfolio, what I would say, I would not talk about the customer as a one unit. I would say the one unit is a household.
Yes.
So then, I mean, it's about how to adopt the principles from the B2B and this long-term planning and the way you build the trust. But for that you need tools, because I mean you cannot just simply take and multiply key account managers, and it's not only about the cost of people and the amount of segments you create, but it's also about the possibility to manage that and to control, because in the B2B and in Baltics, let's say in the geographical locations we have, you still have the pretty decent amount of people working with that. You can control and to manage. You can create the methodology, way of working, the key account management philosophy, and to manage it. When you go to the B2C with the same approach, you cannot multiply people. You will never manage, to keep the same quality standards.
Yeah, but guys, it's that kind of a simple. So key account management is about knowing what your customer needs.
Yeah, exactly.
And like segmentation is taking this data and understanding what this
group of people,
group of people needs, and drawing the parallels and replicating that.
It's similar, but it's not the same. It's basically what we're taking from here. And I think very important thing to highlight what you said is that in the B2B key account sector, you have this massive revenue generation potential of better account management for a particular client. It can pay you many, many times more if you really do a project, big project. In the B2C segment, it's much more challenging. It's very hard to grow 10 times the revenue from a household, right? So the cost and the revenue upsides need to be much more precisely managed. I think that's something we can highlight there. Before we go further, maybe we can wrap up the B2B segment with what are the key innovations that you see coming for that sector. So now we are 10 years later struggling with whatever we're doing, growing, and what are the things on the horizon that you're thinking, oh, maybe it would be nice to try and make some bets on this here, or maybe something you're trying today and excited to share?
I would say, fortunately and unfortunately, it's the same. It's about how to adopt all the learnings we have on the B2C. With all the tools and with all the things we did, properly in the B2C, to the B2B mass market. Because with the face-to-face and this, let's say, regular key account management, at least we already, we know how and what to do. With this mass market where you cannot afford the same principle.
So basically you need to scale and maybe use a bit more digital tools there and so on. Okay.
Because honestly speaking, the digital and B2B mass market in our region, you can take whenever the operations, it's still a big challenge.
It's early days.
Yes.
Mindaugas, your opinion?
I'm working with this actually for the last 4 years. So I believe that we will talk about the same digitalization processes in 10 years from now. Probably the industries might be slightly different. Probably it might be different stages of the digitalizations for each and every vertical in the business. But it's the same. It's like the problem today is that certain data is not digital. It's the analog, and this is the biggest issue ever. So once you don't have the opt-in of the data in a digital way, then there is a problem.
Yeah, everything stops.
Exactly. So. We are today working basically with that particular issue. We are tackling that the first steps you make, it will be digital and it won't be on the paper anymore. So we are not groundbreaking technology. We are sort of a hygiene factor, which doesn't allow your business to convert digital data, which is on the PC, to the paper, so you don't need to convert it back, which is hell of an expensive thing.
Yeah.
And then once it's done, the first step is taken. So once you have a certain amount of data in the digital form, you can start talking about like automation of the certain things, right? To optimize the business. Then you can talk about the analysis of this data. And then when you do analysis, you can do certain like actions with that.
Yeah.
So you can trigger, like you analyze your customer base, you understand what's your customer, and then you can work with that customer. Today, the biggest issue I believe is like still sitting on the CRM level where many companies they just don't know what their customer is. And if you don't know what your customer is, then you probably won't be able to kind of address the customer for the second iteration of your services. It doesn't really that much matter whether you're like healthcare company, like what probably with the financial sector is slightly better, probably with the telecoms is slightly better. It's still a crap with insurance, even though they are kind of thinking that they are digital. So it's that lots of space to play around in.
Yeah. I think it's sometimes depressing or inspiring at the same time when you understand that 15 years ago we thought digital transformation will be over in 2 years. We'll do everything, and like 15 years later you say, oh, okay, it's another 15 years to go.
It's a very good thing when we like started to do the sales internationally. Like on the sales pitch, one of the first questions was like, are you guys digital? And like everybody says that, yes. Then we learned that like the question is like, are you using the paper? And like 100% answer yes. So it's like, how the freaking you're digital? So I was speaking at the like transport conference, the big one, 2 years ago, I think. And I was like, listening for like startup pitches, like presentations, like how the big companies in Norway launched the automated like self-driving trucks, analyzing the data. You just need to load it and unload it. So automatic, autonomous planes, those kind of nitty-gritty things, which are like really groundbreaking technologies, you know? And I was like climbing on the stage, and my first question was like, guys, but you have a like self-driving truck, but you need the person inside to hand out the papers, because like 99% of the like delivery proof is the freaking paper on the CMR.
Yeah.
So,
but you know what is? I mean, one more angle which not many companies or people likes to talk about.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, this, let's say, ability. I mean, or the readiness to go digital and online, because I mean everything we just discussed, I mean it's valid, yes, I mean it's still 10 years journey, I mean, but it's, even if you are ready and you want to do it, I would say what is inconvenient truth is that a lot of us in the, I mean also in the B2B sector, we are afraid to go digital, because I mean how to manage the revenues and the gross margin when you, I mean something it's out of your I mean hands anymore, because it's automated, because it went online, because now customers can do things themselves. And I mean, I would say it's not a showstopper all the time, but it's definitely something which delays a lot of companies and industries. I mean, as I know, I mean, a lot work with the B2B, because they are afraid that, I mean, the way they now do the retail, they still they're in a much better control of the gross margin and revenues versus the automated solutions, because yes, I mean, maybe you can fool yourself that the cost base now will decrease a lot, which is not always the case, because I mean, to transform and to maintain something new,
will cost,
it will have its own run rate. But it's also about, let's say, that you give away something which is now out of control, and how
I
to
think
be still profitable.
That's an interesting angle, which we don't feel at all, right? So in the B2C, like next best offer kind of environment today, every single customer is managed, maybe automatically, but you have this good transparency. So this is something I have never thought about, but it's a very interesting angle.
It is the case. And I mean, when someone like you can come and basically to show, let's say, this journey from now where you can go, how still you can manage, let's say, the profitability, and it's not out of your control. It's about the insight and the, let's say, proper
Even
amount
better
of
control.
tests you do, and then you scale. It's not like you just give control out of your hands. I mean, then the trust can be there, and then you can move. But I would say many times, also in telco, I mean, when I see some decisions, why they're delayed and that takes time. Yes, it's because you're still, I mean, you're not digital. You still need to transform. So you have an enabler to become digital, and it's not only about the RPA. RPA is not digital, but it's also about, let's say, this trust that, I mean, when it's fully automated, that you are still in control. Yes,
that's very nice.
I think it's one of the best examples is in the retail. Retail is like throughout the years. There was like retail and online in the beginning, and then the online started to move into retail, and there was sort of success, which I like do not trust anymore, and the retail started to go into the online, right? And in certain categories it went well, and some of them even managed to kind of go completely from the retail to the online. But in certain categories, I don't imagine how it can be like profitable, like grocery category.
It doesn't work. I mean,
I haven't seen working in the world, even though like I was like in London in September, and we were like going to the to certain like
warehouses,
and we passed on through the big warehouse which does the automation, like. They put like robot puts the bananas and apples into the box and stuff like that, and these guys are like still not profitable, and it's a wonderful startup on the equity size is huge, but like
it doesn't work.
It doesn't work
yet.
So
I think you will see quite many of these digital, very far out innovations, and maybe we can touch a little bit on the AI topic, because I want to get back to Egidijus and ask. Like, how much of an impact AI do you think can have on B2B and key account management, maybe scaling this piece? Is this something that you see coming, or is this not viable?
For me, what Mindaugas and Daniel told is super heartbreaking, you know?
Yeah. Because lots of more basic things.
You know, I'm sitting on the top of the innovation, you know, I want to integrate my brain with ChatGPT, etc. And I'm thinking how everything will be replaced with Gen AI and so on. And now I see kind of many walls ahead of me, you know. But for the things that I am thinking further is like, the key account management part is definitely the most important piece, because it actually balances out what the customer needs, and if you serve those needs properly, you can do the right business on your side. Yes. And I think there we will see a lot of probably simple tools to help scale what currently account managers actually do. Maybe making their life a bit easier, a bit more scalable. Maybe the same account manager can now cover, instead of, I don't know, 100, maybe 200 people, etc., with the same or better quality and so on. So I see a lot of innovation going there. There are a lot of good and, let's say, a bit type of spooky tests, like, you know, you make a call and you talk with obviously AI, but you cannot recognize that it's AI. And this is probably not kind of experience that we will need to adopt to, because it's spooky a lot. But I see a lot of things going in this area. But before our conversation, I was saying, okay, maybe AI will replace the account managers. Now I'm thinking, no. It will not gonna happen.
Can I laugh honestly on when I hear it? Because I mean, you know, I had very similar thinking when I started in B2B like 7 years ago. I mean, now after 7 years, I mean, the understanding I have, but actually is key account management. I mean, so the one person who is a good key account manager, he is managing in the top segment 5 companies,
Yes.
5 accounts. So basically, it's not about having 100 multiply. To have 200. It's then maybe from 5 to 10, but that I would also doubt because
From 5 to 6 is a good thing.
The proper key account manager and the value it brings that you sit together with the customers and you do account planning based off the portfolio you have, understanding the customer needs and the pace they are in, because it's all about their environment. It's not about you.
Yeah.
So you drive customer business together with him, and the value comes out of that. But of course, it's about the top segment. This only, these are the biggest enterprise in the market, maybe like banking industry, some insurance companies. It's some biggest retailers in the region, so it does not apply to everyone. But even if we talk about the large and medium segment, where then maybe key account manager has like 50, maybe he can, during the year, with the same principles, around 100 customers, but it's damn difficult to do this account planning, and this is the biggest value because it's the only way how to get the insights. In the particular customer case, what he needs, because maybe the solution will be very similar, but how to drive the solution and to go to the solution. You need to go through the customer journey. Otherwise, he will not trust you that much, and maybe he will choose different solution, and he will make different decision because he will do it on his, let's say, best feeling and the way he trusts is the best to his business. So you need to create the trust. But what I really believe that if you take this best key account management principles, the way basically you see the customer, his needs, and you want to drive the solutions together with the customers, then taking some tools and adopting that, this insights, the generation, then basically you can easy up some people's hands, or then you can go more to digital because some things will be similar, and it's about how to push it to the market, how you deliver, how to create the trust around you. But so taking principles from the key account management and then pushing them to more mass market segments, definitely yes, and I think this is a lot of things still to do there. But this top enterprise, as I said, it will
stay forever.
Yes,
like that.
The 70% of revenues will be still delivered by this small amount of best people.
Yeah. Thank you. Very, very beautiful summary.
I sort of agree to that because, like from the financial perspective, this top thing delivers you most of the money.
Yes.
And the AI is a wonderful thing when you identify where is the biggest money waste. So, for those people, to drill the Excel sheets is the biggest money waste. So if you can replace that with the straightforward insights in an hour instead of spending 1 week on the Excel, it brings the value. So the same thing is currently with our startup, we do have an issue where the lead qualification is the most troublesome issue because there is no proper customer bases and so forth and so on. It takes a lot of time to identify your potential buyer, to reach out, to connect, and it's the huge time for that.
Yes.
So without that, you cannot build the organizational upwards. So if you can build the AI in there, which generates you the leads or does the initial communication, so the machine can make more calls to the customers. So it's 80% of the calls are not picking up. So if you can build the call center in the way which makes in an hour, instead of one person does 50 calls, So machine can do like 2,000 and let through the ones who are picking up basically on the call center. So we make it like vice versa. And this is like the efficiency, and this is like where AI might help you a lot.
Or another example, I mean, very realistic one, I mean, from our daily life, if we talk about the mid segment, where actually you're like key account manager for at least 100 companies. So even if you're selling only telco services, and it's not B2C, because in B2C, most of the time now, I mean, you pay a flat fee and you get all the services for that. In B2B, it still is allowed. A lot of traffic, international, I mean, roaming, I mean, some special services, where basically, I mean, you sell a lot, I mean, within one bill.
Lots of details.
Yeah. So if each time you want to be profitable with the prolongation, I mean, you need to go through 100 Excels with each of the customers. So he is happy what he buy, and I mean, you are not negative with your margin, because I mean, our primary, case and target is to be profitable. I mean, within a year, I mean, it's only what we will do. I mean, you will manage only 100 Excels, because I mean, it needs time for the analysis. But if you can automate this business case, because I mean, you can do it old school, you just, I mean, mumbo jumbo, some kind of pricing to the customers, so more or less at the same level, but it's not always the case when you analyze all the traffics and all the details. So I mean, we have that approach that, I mean, with the key account management and with the bigger customers, we have a business case for each and single, which is great, but that takes time. So if that can be automated, and when you can automate that, so you just take at least few hundred hours per key account manager, he can focus on the key account management. I mean, to work with the customers for the profitable growth and for the partnership, which makes the biggest, effect. So very clear how AI can help and actually how it should be solved.
Yeah, I think it's a very good insights that we're getting here, is that a lot of the improvements need to be quite tactical and basic. We should not be thinking about anything grand in key account management, but many simple things, automating and releasing time. So yeah, I think very, very good insights there, but I think our time is nearing the end, so I would...
we have time.
Yeah. I would like to wrap up with a few traditional questions. So let's begin from a success story. What's the proudest moment of your career? I'll begin from you, Mindaugas. Maybe you can share something that you're really happy about.
Proudest thing actually, I would say that I was thinking about that for quite some time, and it's a bad thing when you need to think.
Yeah.
But I realized that the proudest thing overall is that I'm not a quitter.
Mm-hmm.
I had in my startup career, I had kind of quite a few moments where like the thought was like, enough is enough, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go back, and then you work again, and then you work it out. And then I realized that actually this is the same virtue, probably, which dragged me all along my telecoms career as well. So once you try, once you believe, you deliver, and then this is a good result. So it's not the proudest moment, but it's
a series of proud moments. Exactly. Staying the course.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do what you believe in.
Yeah, and that's very nice. Yeah. So Daniel, what about you?
I just thought I have one more. Comic, and another one more serious.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one, I survived Kazakhstan twice. That I'm really proud about, and I managed to come back.
Yeah.
But on the more serious note, I think it's about now B2B in Tele-Lithuania. We did a great turnaround. I mean, from the decreasing customers' revenue and EBITDA, now is the faster growing than the competition, both in customers and revenue. So it's not one thing. It's about all of that together. But
after a few years, I mean, of the hard work and being not a quitter, I mean, as Mindaugas said, that is quite crucial.
It pays,
I mean,
yeah.
it pays back, but
Fantastic.
it takes time. It
Yeah.
takes time.
Yeah. Very good. So now let's talk about the second hard question, biggest failure. Who would like to begin?
Yeah, I can do that. I know that very well. So there was a prepaid campaign which was misconfigured in the billing system, and I did lots of testing. Actually, it was the biggest learning as well. So lots of testing, and still kind of not good enough. There were like 2 misconfigurations, which one was sort of my fault, which I didn't test, and the other one was like done by the billing guys. But kind of, even though I have the ability to test it, but I spent lots of time on that, and we drained, I think, was it like 100,000 liters, something like that, through 1 week, up until we noticed.
Lost. Yeah.
Lost.
Okay.
I think it was more, but
Hundreds of thousands lost. Yeah.
400,000.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, maybe. Yeah, 100,000 euro around
Yeah.
range of.
That's an expensive mistake.
That
Yeah.
was an expensive mistake, and well, that was a horrible thing. I thought that will be it will be end of my career in there.
at least they will chop your fingers, but
Yeah,
Didn't happen.
yeah. But yet again, I think the management was awesome in there, and they, at the same time, our former manager said that, well, dude, you learned the biggest lesson in this company, so invested so much into you, so we shouldn't fire you. And this is like, they took a shot as well, a wound as well, saying like, well, you were sitting alone for like a week testing, and you didn't find, and we didn't put more resources on that. But at the end of the day, this small, tiny thing, even though it's like we generated some sort of loss in there, we ended up with 10 million liters, which is like 3 something million euro through that year. So
Gain.
yeah. So that was a sort of a lesson, which I learned the hard way. So I can quantify my biggest mistake.
Yeah, that's very nice. Not many people can be so precise, but yeah, thank you very much for sharing. Yeah, Daniel.
okay. I have many. I
Biggest.
have many,
That's
yeah.
a specific question.
But I was
biggest.
thinking, what is always, I mean, this one thing which can, kind of, it comes in each story. So I think it's, I could name it wishful thinking. Each time you do a bit less of planning, each time your hype and motivation goes beyond the logic. When you think that, okay, I mean, let's be more, I mean, like positive, but I mean, less logical, I mean, the failure comes. So I would say, I mean, all the failures I had, it doesn't matter if it's a project or it's a hire of a new person into the team. I mean, each time I had more of wishful thinking rather than logic and more detailed planning, the same error occurred. I mean, it was a failure. So I would say in my case, what I have learned that, I mean, when I have this internal hype, I ask myself, I mean, is it still logical? Is it because, I mean, I feel big internal motivation, but is it based on some facts, or it's more like a hype? And if it's a hype and only wishful thinking,
now you know.
all the bad things happen.
Man, this is like, well, I can do some sort of positional thing. It's when you believe the spark in the eyes of somebody else's, right? This is actually the one of the, like, we had couple of successes in there, at least with those two guys, actually. It's like wishful thinking, spark in the eyes, and it freaking works.
But exactly. But for that, I have an explanation. I mean, nice things. I mean, at least, I mean, to say to Sarunas, I mean, he had spark in the eyes, but behind that was a
some logic, some plan.
telco experience.
A couple of failures.
I mean, when he was talking about the, let's say, let's do some nice things to telco, I understood, I mean, that he talks about thing because he understands the business. I mean, secondly, they already had a plan and some models like this. I mean, this decision tree, I mean, it was not like, we will try 100 different models and then maybe we see if it will work. No, I mean, they already had where to start and how to start. And I mean, one had, yes, highly motivated, spark in the eyes, but I would say it's not about the wishful thinking. It was based on some facts.
Okay.
So it's
so
not
basically,
about that.
don't get rid of a spark, but do a lot of tests.
Actually, I have another on both of us. One of the big failures. And we had
Do we have an
quite
hour?
a few. Yeah.
Another hour.
Actually, when Didis came to us with this micro loan project, we said it's a shit and we don't believe it.
Yes.
And that was a failure, but we were not like big of a failures because we said like, okay, fuck it. It's like spark in the eyes. He believes that. Let's do that. So company generated, I think, quite a few million on top of that. But I think it's sort of be judgmental on that. That was a failure, but we succeeded with that. So it's like every time is a sort of a lesson.
Yeah. So thank you very much. Big pleasure to have you here and kind of dig back into those memories and extract some reflection and lessons for the future. So
Same here. When you will go IPO so we can invest.
okay, we'll let you know. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to CVM Stories. If you enjoyed the show, please leave us a review. You can also ask us a question about a particular customer value management challenge you have at work. We will happily ask our experts to tackle your challenge in a future episode.